Hello everyone, so in this tutorial I will be teaching you how to create an FTP user. So in the last video I showed you guys how to FTP onto the server through NetBeans, and we used the special FTP accounts that was already created for us. So instead of doing that, the reason why it may not be a good idea to do that is because sometimes we want to have dedicated users to only access certain things. Now, if you go into our FTP accounts folder, remember that our special FTP account, our admin account, so to say, has access to everything under this folder. Now, we want to limit that to maybe only having a user access the public HTML folder instead of having access to everything, right? Because if you have, a partner who wants to help you develop or something, but you don't want them to access all those special files that make your web server work, then you don't want to give them full permission to everything. You just want to give them permission to certain parts of your server. So here at the top, we want to go ahead and add an FTP account, and we are going to create a login, and we're going to call this editor, and we're going to give it a password. And here's the directory, and we want to give it public HTML, but there's no folder called editor, so we just want it to be public HTML. And here you could give them a quota of what they can do, like what they can upload, but usually it may be safe to just give them unlimited. So we're going to hit create FTP account, and editor was created. So these are like regular FTP accounts and special. So now that this editor has access to just this folder, then we're good to go. And you won't have to worry too much. So here, the username is this whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and copy it, and let's test this out. So I go ahead and create a new project, and I'll just do a dummy project. So we're just going to hit next, and oops, I didn't do the right one. PHP application from remote server, and project URL, let's code today.com, and let's take out this, and instead of the admin user that we have, we want to go ahead and add another one. So we're going to go and hit add, and we're going to say editor. Connection type is still going to be FTP, and the host name is going to be the IP address, but I don't got that pasted on me, so I'm going to go ahead and do the username first. Go back to admin, grab the IP address, do a copy, and then do a paste. And then the initial directory, so now this user has, basically only the public HTML. So the initial directory is just going to be the default. And what we want to do is test the connection. Make sure your username and password is correct and your host name is typed in correctly. And we're going to hit OK. Now for the upload directory, we don't have to type in public HTML anymore because we don't need to be specific. It should already be under public HTML. So don't forget to select the right user. We're going to hit select editor that we just created, and then we're going to hit next. And there you go. So this user only has access to the public HTML. That's why we didn't see like a bunch of other things like the admin one had. So we're just going to hit finish. And downloading. So now we created a NetBeans project with a better user for our web hosting site. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how to create additional FTP accounts. So let's stray away from using our admin account because we don't want it to get in the wrong hands or someone accidentally stealing your computer and all that stuff. So, mahalos everyone.